Hello everyone, Lewisffitch here from R&G, Reptiles and Gaming, and today we're doing a reptile video. So this is the first one since my rebranding of the channel, and we are going to be looking at how to clean out your reptile enclosures. Now, as you can see here, we've got an array of different things that we're going to be using, and I'm just going to show you my best way of cleaning out a rack system. I know there's probably going to be many other videos out there, but I'm going to give you my point of view and my opinion of the products to use within the UK especially, and the quickest and most efficient way of getting the job done. So let's have a look at these products. So let's actually have a look at what we've got here. So on the left we have what I call the aspen bedding. Now this is actually sort of branded as Lignicell. I can't really pronounce it. It's actually from Germany, as you can see maybe down here, but it's from Germany. I got it from somebody who I know in Essex, who actually I've got a couple of snakes off of, and he managed to get a load of this over at quite a reduced price. So as you'll see very shortly, it is just standard aspen bedding, but he recommended it as one of the best. It keeps very dry, very low chance of actually getting mites. Now if we move on to the one in the middle here, this is just standard cleaning disinfectant for reptiles. Now I really recommend that you actually get something specific for reptiles. Do not use anything like fairy liquid or dishwasher stuff or anything like that. Make sure that it's something which is a disinfectant for reptiles. Zoomed is a good one to use if you want to go for a branded one. I just got this from a standard reptile shop. As you can see, there's not much of it left, but yeah, recommend something like that. Okay, on to the next one. This is just a little scooper that I always use because this is like a sort of a deep clean. Now I only recommend doing this sort of deep clean every month, maybe 6 weeks, which is when you actually get rid of all the aspen, you clean the whole box out. What I tend to use is like a little pot like this, a scooper, and like twice a week I'll go in, I'll check all of the boxes, scoop out any poo and stuff, and just isolate that, get rid of that, fill the water bowl up and stuff like that, and I'll do that for about a month to 6 weeks. So that's that. Sponges. Now you can just use sort of, there's both, and you can just use any sort of sponge. It doesn't really matter. You can use ones that are just in the kitchen, you can use all sorts. Obviously if you've got some like calcium sort of bone deposits that snakes do, they're really hard to get off when they go dry, so it's good maybe to use something that's a bit more rough than this, but I recommend just standard sponge like this. As I say, the snake's not going to be in the enclosure when you actually clean it out, so just use a certain sponge like that. It's quite easy. I just use this. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but you know, it's cleaning. And this is probably one of the most important things. This is a spare tub. Now you're going to need a spare tub for the snake to actually go in when you're cleaning it out. Now always make sure, as you can see here, that there's holes. Please make sure there's holes in the top at least. I've got them in the side of the box, as you can see here. Make sure that the snake goes in here and is in here whilst we clean each tub out. Okay, and this is just a bin liner. Just collect all the rubbish in. You can just use a standard bin. I like to use a separate bin liner. Tie it all up when I'm done. Chuck it in the bin. Job's done. So yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, everyone. So we've pulled out Albus, my male albino ball python, and as you can see, over the maybe month to 6 weeks, if you're taking poo out and stuff, you're going to be taking sawdust with it, and then you're going to start to get a shortage. As you can see there, he's obviously moved a lot of the sawdust around. The water bowl there is empty, so I've made sure I've run it all down so that there's no water and everything's ready to be cleaned, re-watered and stuff like that. So all we're going to do now is we're going to grab him, we're going to pop him in a separate box. So what we're going to do, pop him on the windowsill. He should be alright there. That looks a bit dodgy. Actually, let's pop it down there. So there we go, just going to leave him there, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're literally just going to speed this up a bit. I'm just going to clean out the sawdust, take the bowl out, and then we're just going to go from there really, and then go and deep clean the box. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so now that we've actually got rid of the aspen, we've just got a plain box here. There's really not that much. You've got a couple of bits. You've got like, if you can see, couple of bits at the bottom, a bit in the corner and stuff like that, but there's really not that much. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this to the bath now, and we're going to sort of blast this, rinse it off, and then we're going to put some disinfectant down afterwards. Alright, let's go. Alright, so now that we've rinsed it out, there's pretty much, it's all gone now, just got some water left over. What we want to do is we want to grab our disinfectant and a sponge, and we just want to wipe round pretty much, quite simply, get some good amount of spray in there. Okay, so just go around the edges. The main bits are the corners of the box. I find it that my snakes like to poo in the corners of the box, or their bowls. Bowls are easier obviously because they're normally filled with water, so it's quite easy to sort it out. So once you've done that, now you can either just wipe it down with some kitchen roll, or you can just use like an old cloth like I've got and literally just like sort of buff it like you would a car and just dry it all off. So there you go. So that's all clean, looking good. And now we're just going to be dumping the aspen in. So there's many ways you can go about doing this. You can try and pour it in, but right now, you know, the box isn't, you know, it's not really, just be careful. Make sure to break it up as well. Really make sure to break up, don't leave clumps, because you want the snake to be able to use this. I'm going to just do maybe just a little bit more. Break that up so I can use it. Yeah, and there we go. All done. On to the next thing, which is the last bit, which is just getting rid of the bowl. Like, you might get some build up from the hard water, you'll get some lime scale build up. You may get that depending on what sort of water you use. If it's quite hard water, you'll get a build up. If not, it won't be as bad, but what I suggest is just giving it a rinse out, scrubbing it all at the bottom, making sure there's no algae. If you have UV, you may get algae, so you'll get like an algae build up, it'll be very green at the bottom. Just scrub all that off and then refill with water. Make sure that you've got some bits of skin on the side here, make sure that's all sorted out. And yeah, so I'll be back with that, and just give me 1 sec, alright? Okay guys, now that's all sorted. You can see I've cleaned the bowl out, I've got rid of the bits around the side. What you want to do, just plonk this in. I tend to sort of maybe make a little, just dig it out a little bit there, put some aspen around it so it's nice. Grab some water and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, so now it's time. We've got the water in the bowl and we're going to plonk Albus back in and we are all done. So if we just grab him, what? See him, look. Lovely, lovely snake. We pop him in here and he's all good to go. So thank you very much guys for watching, I really appreciate it, and as I say, all I've got to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 more boxes to go, but I just thought I'd show you just one box. Going to be honest, that really took me about 5 or 10 minutes, but once you get going, you know, it's going to take you no more than an hour to sort out a rack system like the one that I've got. So future wise, we're looking probably at some more gaming videos. I'm currently doing Planet Coaster, so if you haven't checked that out, please do. And more reptile videos will be coming soon. I've got a couple more ideas, so thank you very much for everyone for watching. Thank you for the people who have stayed on my channel and subscribed. I really, really appreciate it. Have a good day guys. Make sure to use disinfectant, reptile disinfectant. Do not use anything that is for humans. Please make sure that it's reptile. Another thing, if you use bark, which isn't aspen obviously, it collects more moisture and there's a higher chance of them actually getting mites. Please make sure that you can get mite spray, and you can spray the box with that as well to help it. But in my opinion, stick with aspen. It may not look as nice, but you know, there's pretty much nil chance of the snakes actually getting mites. I've experienced it before. You can see it in a previous video that I've had when Marvin got mites. It's not good. But anyway guys, thank you very much guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!